Did you know there is a city in Europe older than Rome, older than Athens, even older than Constantinople? This city isn't just an open-air museum. Life has been bubbling here non-stop for 8,000 years. People have been born, lived, and built here since the 6th millennium BC. While Troy and Mycenae were being destroyed, this city was thriving. This is Plovdiv, the city of 7 hills, the city of artists, the city that changes everyone who touches it. Today, we are going to take a full tour of this magical place. I'll show you where to literally walk on history, where to take the best photos, and where to find the most delicious food. Stay until the end because there is a little-known fact about Plovdiv's hills that will surprise you, and I'll explain a local word that has no translation in any other language. We can't talk about Plovdiv without starting with its icon, the ancient theater. When you stand in front of it, think about this. This massive marble structure was built under the Roman Emperor Trajan in the early 2nd century. That's nearly 2,000 years ago. And the most shocking part? Until the late 60s, no one knew it was there. For centuries, people lived their daily lives right on top of it, completely unaware that a masterpiece lay beneath their cellars. The theater was buried under tons of earth and was discovered in 1968 during archaeological excavations. Imagine what else might be hiding right under our feet. Today, this isn't just a dead monument. It is an active stage. The acoustics are so perfect that you can hear a whisper from the last row. There is no stronger feeling than listening to opera or rock music while sitting on the very same stones where ancient Romans once sat. From the theater, we dive straight into the atmosphere of the old town. Time flows differently here. The streets are narrow, cobblestoned, and every house tells a story. Pay attention to the houses. They are colorful with beautifully painted facades and those characteristic protruding upper floors. There is a special place in the old town that locals called the Gossip Corner because they allowed people to see who was walking down the street without being seen. There are 3 mandatory stops here. First, the emblematic Balabanov House. It is a perfect example of symmetry. Second, the Hindlian House. It is one of the most richly decorated. It even has a fountain inside that once flowed with rose water to scent the air. And third, the house of Nikola Nedkovich. But the jewel in the crown of the old town is the Ethnographic Museum. You'll recognize it immediately. The building is called the Kuyumjoglu House, and it is simply huge. In fact, it's the largest museum of its kind in Bulgaria. Inside, over 60,000 exhibits are kept, from old rifles and pistols to unique traditional costumes, ceramics, and copper vessels. Here, you can see how people lived in Thrace and the Rhodope Mountains, how they dressed, and what crafts they practiced. It is a place that delights the eye and the soul. But wait, we are not done with the old town. We must climb to the very top, Nebet Tepe. This is where it all began. The first prehistoric settlements were found right here on these rocks. Standing here, you are standing on the cradle of European civilization. The view from here is legendary. You can see the Maritsa River splitting the city in two, and the sun setting over the distant mountains. It's the perfect spot for a selfie or just a moment of silence. Actively, Plovdiv is known as the City of 7 Hills, though today only 6 remain. If you want to understand the scale of the city, you have to climb Bunarjika Hill. You can reach the top in about 20 to 30 minutes along a pleasant, shady path. But here is a little-known fact that sounds like science fiction. The hill is not solid. It's full of natural cavities and caves. In the past, it was even used as a huge water reservoir. Going even further back, the Romans called it the Hill of Hercules. Legends say that a huge statue of the mythical hero once stood at the summit, watching over the city. Today, the statue is long gone, replaced by the massive Alyosha monument. This granite giant is over 11 meters tall and dominates the skyline. You can literally see him from almost every corner of the city. But did you know he isn't just a generic soldier? The statue was modeled after a real person, a signalman named Alexei Skrulatov, who served here in 1944. He remains a controversial symbol of the Soviet era, but love him or hate him, no one can deny that he has the absolute best view in Plovdiv. On a clear day, your gaze can reach all the way to the Rhodope Mountains and the Middle Forest Mountain. We come down from the hill and dive into the modern rhythm of the city. We're going to the main street. After recent renovations, Plovdiv's pedestrian zone is 1,750 meters long. Proudly, that makes it the longest pedestrian street in the world. But be careful where you step. Literally under your feet lies history. The main street runs exactly over the ancient Roman stadium. Part of it is exposed at the square next to the Jumaya Mosque. You can go down, touch the ancient marble seats, and watch a movie about the city's history. Another part of the stadium can be seen in the basement of one of the large shopping centers. Can you imagine? You're shopping for clothes and right next to you, Roman ruins. This is Plovdiv, layers of history one on top of another. And while walking, look out for a statue of a funny guy with his hand to his ear. That's Melio. He was a real person, a local eccentric who knew all the city gossip. Legend says if you whisper your wish into his ear, it will come true. So don't be shy, go say hi to Melio. Relaxed and philosophical, now before we eat, I need to teach you the most important word in Plovdiv, Aylak. Say it with me. Aylak. It's untranslatable. It's not just being lazy, it is the art of not rushing. It is the ability to sit with a coffee for 3 hours watching the world go by, completely unbothered by stress. To understand Plovdiv, you must practice Aylak. And the best place to practice Aylak is the Kapana district. Until a few years ago, this place was just a maze of cars and abandoned buildings. Today, Kapana is the creative heart of Plovdiv. Its name means the trap. Once you enter, you fall into a trap of emotions, colors, and aromas. If you love craft beer, good wine, or delicious food, this is your place. The flags hanging above the streets make it feel like a festival every single day. Of course, all this walking makes you hungry. A walk along the main street must include a very important stop, the place that generations of locals grew up with, the Piroshki kiosk. You can't come here and not try at least one. It's greasy, it's delicious, and it's a local institution. Peacefully, Plovdiv isn't just stone and history. The city has wonderful parks. Right in the center is the Tsar Simeon Garden. After its renovation, it looks European and modern. The lakes, the alleys, the monuments of great Bulgarians, everything is perfectly maintained. But the big attraction here is the singing fountains. In the evening, they come alive in a spectacular show of water, light, and music. Actively, or the rowing channel, or the Grebnebaza, which is the lungs of Plovdiv. The channel is over 2 kilometers long and is the largest of its kind in the Balkans. Locals come here to run, cycle, or just walk across the Bridge of Lovers, which is covered in padlocks left by couples. And here we have to open a bracket. The zoo that is nearby has been closed for years due to repairs and bureaucracy. The people of Plovdiv and the city's guests deserve this zoo to be open. Let's hope that will happen in the near future. Confidently, before we finish, here are 2 hidden gems. First, Youth Hill, or Mladeshki Hill. The children's railway is located there. If you are with kids, this is a must-do experience. A real little train that takes a panoramic tour of the hill. And second, Nebet Tepe, or Donov Hill. The old clock tower stands there. The first clock was placed on this spot back in the 15th century and measured time for the whole city. Today, this very clock tower is still there and working. Along with the tower, the view is also worth the walk. Peacefully and relaxing, Plovdiv is a city that cannot be fully described. It must be experienced.
To smell the linden trees in springtime, to hear the echo in the ancient theater, and to get lost on purpose in Kapana. I hope you enjoyed this virtual tour. If so, support the video with a thumbs up and subscribe so we can travel together into the depths of the Bulgarian mysteries.